Okay, we are live. Welcome everyone. Yay. Okay, happy birthday, happy birth, Chakra Tonics. We're here for the book release party. Woohoo! I'm going to be talking solo in a minute, but I wanted to welcome all my party guests in the house. You're seeing this live on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome, Samara. Welcome, Jnana. Welcome, Dr. Murali, Nair, welcome Kim McIntyre, and welcome everyone in the audience. If you are there, we are so excited to have you here, and I hope that you will enjoy this party. I am going to start, and I'm going to put everyone in the waiting room, and we'll go to each presenter. I am the author of Chakra Tonics. I'm so happy to be here today. It is a very exciting day. I woke up this morning with a little bit of fear, a little bit of excitement, just like we always do when something new is happening. So I wrote this book to help people balance, Thank you. Reboundware says, congratulations. I really appreciate it. So the chat is working. So I appreciate it. And you can chat. We see it here on our broadcast stage. I wrote this book because everybody is a little different. As a yoga teacher, I saw, what was good for one person. Sometimes one person might need, extra inspiration, or they might need me to point something out that they could do better. But that same thing, pointing something out to another person, that might make them cower. And if you're a really sensitive person, you might have, like me, I'm more sensitive. I have a lot more air, which is the upper chakras. And I am very sensitive to any comments or criticism. But another person might need that. They might need the feedback. So the reason I'm telling you this is because the chakras are like a guidebook for our own spiritual evolution. I'm stepping back so you can see my whole torso. The chakras go from the base of the spine, the root center. Then we have the sacral center, the belly center, the heart, which is so important, especially for us all now, the throat, the brow, and the crown. And they all have Sanskrit names. We're going to keep it real simple today and just stick with, and we can say those if you want to. The guests are going to say different things, but they all have Sanskrit names. But we just want to locate them for now and know that some of us have a little more maybe fire. We're more driven, and we're go, go, go. And then some of us have, like me, more of that air. I like to dream. I want everybody to get along. And I need more grounding, especially on a day like today when it's my book release party. So that's why I wrote the book. And Samara's going to type in the chat, I think. If she can't, I'll type it in later. The links for the book. So you can get it on Kindle. You can get it in paperback form. And I'm seeing all the hearts. Please comment. We can see it here on the StreamYard if you are making a comment. So that's why I wrote the book, because everyone's a little different. And I wanted to make it fun, because sometimes we get stuck in seriousness, and that can be challenging for our spirits, for our bodies. I also teach kids yoga. Some of you know I'm a gerontologist. I've studied how we age, and the best way to influence your life course and how you age well is when you're a child. But if you're older than a child, which I'm guessing most of us are, you can still influence and bring yourself back into health at any age. The book has over 50 recipes. I'm holding up one of the recipes right now. This is for your brow chakra. It is a Tulsi tonic. It's in the chapter. I'll look it up. It's in the chapter for the brow chakra, which I think is about chapter 8 or 9, because there's a few preliminary chapters before we go to each of the chakras and each of the sections with tonics. So in a moment, I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter, which is going to be, we're going to have Kim start it out with some laughter, because we're going to lighten it up and get us having fun, because this is a party. All right. So I'm going to bring Kim onto the stage. I already see her smiling. And here she is, Kim McIntyre. Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, Elise. Hi, everybody. Are you all ready for some of this? So if you could use a good laugh, just put yes in the comments. Like, yes, yes, I want some laughter. Yes, yes. But first, before we get to the laughter, I'm going to get serious for just a teeny bit, because like Elise was just saying, we can get stuck in seriousness. And with everything that's been going on in the world, and it's just been piling up year after year after year, we almost can't help but absorb some of it. So if you look at all of that, you may not feel like laughing, right? You like, none of that is laughter worthy. Everything is very serious and hard. And yet, a good laugh can do you the most good when you're feeling like that. So, we need that laughter, that fun, that joy as an antidote, as a balance for all the seriousness, for all the heartache and stress and hard times that we've been going through. So, here's the question: how do you get yourself to laugh when you don't feel like laughing? And today I'm going to share a powerful tool that you can use anytime, 24/7, to give yourself that laughter boost for stress relief and lightheartedness and lifting yourself up. And it's a powerful tool. And I use the word powerful on purpose because if you think about, if a pharmaceutical company could make a pill that had all of the little benefits, all the many benefits of laughter in it, and you could just pop that pill and in an instant, feel great, they would make a fortune. But that's what laughter can do for us. It can lift us up very quickly. And we know that. We know that laughter makes us feel good. However, what a lot of people tend to do is put laughter inducing activities way on the back burner and rarely ever get to it, or maybe never get to it. Or they think that laughter is something that's, just happens or it doesn't, and they don't really have any impact or control on that. And that is not true. When you choose to find ways to laugh, you empower yourself to feel better fast. And so, laughter yoga is one way to do that. And if you're familiar with laughter yoga, if you've heard of laughter yoga, usually you think of it as something people gather together in groups to do. And that's fun. That can be a blast. But you can also use it as an individual, as a tool to give yourself that boost that you were wanting anytime, 24/7, whenever you need it. So, does that sound good? Yay! So, the laughter tool that I'm going to teach you is something that you can do discreetly. Because one problem with laughter yoga, laughter is loud. There may be situations where you can't laugh out loud, it's just not appropriate. So, this is one that you can actually shut yourself in a bathroom stall and do anytime you want. I have done it many times in public bathroom stalls. And it really helps you to just calm your nerves, center yourself, and feel uplifted very quickly. It's called the silent laugh, and there are two different versions of it. I'm going to demonstrate them right now. The completely silent version looks like this. Okay, so I'm just really working the abdominal muscles and no sounds coming out. Or you can play with a little, let a little more air come out. I'll do it in front of my mic so you can hear it. Okay, so in just a moment, we're going to all try that together. First, I need to say, if you've recently had abdominal surgery or you have some kind of abdominal injury, don't do this. Just sit and smile instead, okay? Because you just want to be cautious about that. And before we do it, I just want you to have a deep awareness of how it's impacting you. So we're just going to do a quick little check-in. So if you're at a place where it's okay for you to close your eyes, just going to close your eyes for just a few seconds and just notice. Notice how your body feels in this moment. Notice what your energy level is. maybe on a scale of 1 to 10. And notice your emotions and your mental state. Okay? And then you're going to take a nice, long, slow, deep belly breath. And exhale. Good. And then open your eyes. And just to loosen us up for the laughter, we're just going to shrug the shoulders a few times. Just get rid of any tension that might be hanging on in the body. And then just kind of shake your body out a little bit. Good, good, good. Okay. So at the count of 3, we're just going to do the silent laugh together. You can do either version, the completely quiet version or the letting a little bit more air out version. And let's all do that at the count of 3 now. 1, 2, 3. Good. And take a slow, deep breath in. Exhale. Again, if it's okay where you are to close your eyes, close your eyes. And again, just notice how you feel, how your body feels, what your energy level is like. Has anything changed? Deep breath in. Exhale and open your eyes. Good. So we just did that for a teeny tiny bit, and you may already have noticed a difference between the first check-in and the second check-in. And we're going to do another big laugh out loud laughter yoga exercise in just a moment. Before we do that, though, I just want to mention free gift for everybody that I have a free gift that you can have very easily that's all about aiming yourself in the direction of rediscovering and reclaiming what joy is for you. So it's a free worksheet with powerful questions to help you get in touch with your true joyful self, which can get buried under all the seriousness of life. So check that out if you feel drawn to it. And okay, so to close my portion of it, we're going to do another laughter yoga, and we're just going to do a laugh out loud to the sound ha. So I will demonstrate it, and basically all you have to do is mimic the sound of laughter, and laughter tends to be a very rapid sound pattern, okay? So you're just going to mimic it. Even if you feel silly, do it. And of course, if you are in a place where it's not appropriate to do the laugh out loud, you can substitute the silent laugh instead, okay? So we can all still do something, okay? So I'm going to take a deep breath in to begin. Oh, well, first let me demonstrate it. Okay, so inhaling, and then I'm going to laugh. Okay? So yours doesn't have to sound anything like mine, okay? But here we go. Take a deep breath in and ha ha ha. Okay, and deep breath in again. Exhale again, close your eyes. Just notice your energy, notice your body, notice how you feel. And then open your eyes back up again. And thank you, Elise. Thank you for having me as part of your fun party.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That was lots of fun. And my dog was barking along with everyone. Yeah. Okay. I think that somebody else is in the studio, but I'm having trying to get them on. Okay, so let's do Dr. Nair. Can you go next? I'm going to bring up Dr. Nair to the stage. Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm just Murali, Elise.
Okay.
My private salute to you for the beautiful book, and I was able to review it, and I experimented with almost half of your recipes, and I feel that it is really great, not only tasting the end product, the whole process of making it. It is so simple, all your recipes, and instead of wasting all our money going to the big restaurants to eat, and I think this itself is a very healing process. And I would like to share with you my backpack experience of going to practically all the continents, and Elise, and what you are preaching now is something which exists in lots of cultures out there. And I strongly feel that we need to practice some of the things Elise is suggesting in this book, and it is a very user friendly book, and a lot of things uh, is very common sense oriented thing. Our excuse is we don't have any time, like Kim was just doing that thing, very basic things in our life, like smiling and even glancing through that book, what you wrote, Elise. And uh, I'm going to share with a lot of my friends and colleagues a copy of this book, and I think it is well written, and we need to practice this, and at least experiment with one recipe. I bet the end outcome will be something you will all enjoy very much, um, and again, please take few minutes to practice making this thing. It is a very relaxing, and it will improve your concentration, and it will make you more expert in terms of sharing with others all these things, all the
Thank you
best, Elise. And
so much.
I
I wanted to tell everyone, well, I'll call you doctor just for now, but Murali Nair, he's very humble. He's an amazing scholar. I found him online. I was researching super agers and centenarians, and I found these incredible videos on YouTube where he went around the world interviewing centenarians in traditional cultures all over the world, in China, Costa Rica, India, and many other places. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to study with this person. I want to meet this person. And I did. So I'm so excited. And I'm so honored to hear your words.
By the way, Elise, I am of Indian origin. I spent more than half a century in this country, but I still understand and speak a little bit about Sanskrit. What you are doing is an authoritative work, and I was even surprised that your the know-how of this chakra is fascinating, and you have a particular way of translating that ancient traditional knowledge on chakra to the layperson in this Western Hemisphere, and I salute you again for your great work. Thank you. Okay, all the best.
Thank you. Okay, now we are going to have a meditation with Asara Tsehai. Welcome, Asara.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've so enjoyed it so far. And so Elise and we've been knowing each other for, I guess, a few years. I don't know, 5-6 years. And I read her first book, I think Super Ager. And so it's an honor to be here today to take you through a meditation. I'm an African medicine woman. And so we're just kind of going to do a little bit of centering. And I got to go to your website, Dr. Nair, as well, because that sounds interesting, because my whole thing is that, I plan to be fine, fit, and fabulous at 100 plus years young. And I think everybody can. And so that's where Elise and I connected. And so I'm going to invite you for the moment to take another deep breath, but also just to tap right here on your sternum, right here, just to that just kind of energizes us too, just for a moment, about 30 seconds or so. And take some deep breaths. And then wherever you are, just kind of stretch your arms up a little bit too. Just allow the energy to really flow, right? And then just your arms and your hands, just kind of places where energy can get stuck, your toes, if you can, just, your feet, just flex them a little bit. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine yourself on the top of this mountain. And on the top of this mountain is high, real high. You're at the peak. And as you look out, you are seeing this beautiful, beautiful body of water. And it's the perfect temperature. It's warm, it's comfortable with a little bit of breeze. You're feeling and smelling the wonderful air. It's fresh and clean. And you're feeling like you are on the top of the world, on the top of your world. And you've got the sun beaming on you at the right perfect temperature, just caressing your body, the warmth of it all. You're looking out on this body of water, and it's such a beautiful crystal blue, and it's so clear. And here you are on the top of this mountain. And you're imagining with your arms just wide open on the top of this mountain. Spread your arms. You can imagine yourself standing, arms wide open, inviting all the goodness in your life. And as you're standing on the top of this mountain, I want you just to visualize all the good that is occurring in your life. Just floating through, just acknowledging what is working, acknowledging your body that it's functioning and how well it's functioning. Even though we might not give it the best nutrition, the proper rest, it is still here functioning on your behalf. And you're taking a moment just to notice and acknowledge all the work that your body does on your behalf. You're acknowledging your breath, that how it just keeps you alive, and you don't got to do nothing. It does it all on its own. You want to be thankful and appreciative of the work that you do, whether it's your career work, whether it's the work you do from your heart, whether it's the work you do in the community, whatever that is, the difference that you're making. And you're standing up on the top of the world and you're saying yes. You're saying yes to the beauty in life. You're saying yes to life. You're saying yes to the breath. You're saying yes to a world where there is love and empathy and peace and understanding, right? You're saying yes to work that you love. You're saying yes to a difference that you're making in the world. You're saying yes to a family that is functioning well. You're saying yes to your family that you maybe have created, your spiritual family that you maybe have created to surround you with the love and appreciation. You're saying yes to your visions that you still have yet to complete, that you're calling into fruition. You're saying yes to health and wellness, being full of vitality. You're saying yes to more laughter in your life that keeps us young and youth from the inside out. You're saying yes to maybe just slowing the pace down a little bit so you can enjoy every single moment. You're saying yes to the scenic route in your life, like always not having to go fast, but shifting up your pace and taking it in, the beauty that's all around you. And saying yes, that you are worthy of all of this, that you're deserving of all of this, of the desires in your heart. There's nothing to do, and it's all about being that joy, being that laughter, being that peace, being that health and vitality. Just take a moment and just place your hand on your heart and just breathe that in. Feel the vibrations in your body as you've said yes, the difference that it's made. And so it is. Ashe.
Thank you so much, Asara. That was amazing. A true medicine woman, African medicine woman. And I want to just highlight for everybody that Asara makes this incredible skin and body cream. It's a one thing does all. And I use it. That's how I met her. She was sampling her product and she infuses her spirit into the product. That's why I was like, this is for me. It's got incredible natural ingredients and you can get it. I get it drop shipped to me every month and it makes a difference. People always say, what do you do with your skin? I use my ancient treasure. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Check her out. Thank you. And now let's see. I think we are going with our final presenter, which is going to be Jnana Gowan.
All right.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. That was a perfect primer for where we're headed. And I'm so happy to be here celebrating with everyone. Elise, I'm so excited to be a part of your relaunching of this beautiful medicine out into the world. And also, I love the embodiment of the elixirs. So we're working externally and internally in a really holistic way. So I'm grateful to be here and so excited. My name's Jnana Gowan. I've been in the healing arts for a few decades now. And my focal point for many years, I was a yogi, and now I'm really into shamanic practice, which really means I'm integrating all the source energy of the natural world to help amplify healing within you, for the planet, for myself. And my specialty now is shamanic hypnosis. So we're going to have a little taste of that. And I feel like the laughing and the transmission from the second speaker, I'm sorry, I've forgotten his name, and then Asara, that was beautiful primer. We're just ready to go. So we're going to use the shamanic hypnosis to drop into our solar plexus, the Manipuri solar plexus, which is really a place for your esteem, your personal power, the strength, your stability that we're cultivating. And it's an ideal time because we're actually in a full moon window. The full moon's tomorrow, but really the energetics start really ramping up 72 hours, before, and same with as it wanes, the same thing. So there may be an abundance of energy. So instead of allowing that energy to knock us off, let's cultivate ourselves in a really grounded way so we can use our solar plexus, the solar, our sun, to totally align with the power from the light of the moon. So today, I want you to just find yourself in a way where you can just kind of sit and settle. We'll do this from a seated position. And as we start to move into this, I want you just to dream into an intention that you can carry for this little hypnosis session, which is, you may need some balance. You may feel really hard, so you may need to soften. You may feel like you need some strength and need to stand up. What is it that you'd like to intend into your life, especially right now, moving through this full moon? And then as we move towards, deeper into this particular summer season with the solar, right? Our solar plexus to the solar of summer, unless you're in South America, then pulling that solar in your winter's time. And I want to also have a little reminder that the endocrine system is really interrelated with the chakra work. And so we're going to be journeying into our adrenals, which at this time on our planet, they're very taxed. So the adrenals are just below your floating ribs, and that's above your kidneys. So between your floating ribs and your low back, if you don't know your endocrine system, your adrenals are there, and they get very overtaxed with a lot of the energetics that's been happening for the past few years. So you may even want to put your hands on your low back as you're starting to settle and just give that low back kidney area a nice yummy rub. You can do it in the fist as well. And just rubbing that, just close your eyes. Just closing your eyes, and we're going to do a little shamanic hypnosis. And as you do this, it's going to be so easeful just to deepen and deepen into this space so that we can walk into your sacred solar plexus area. So let's start with as you maybe just keep rubbing that low back, the kidney area, just rubbing that a little bit. And just take 3 breaths below where you're rubbing, breathing in, breathe into the belly. into the belly, and then exhaling out your mouth. And then continue to breathe. And then exhale. And then one more breath like that, breathing all the way to the belly, and then exhaling out. And then just allowing the arms to rest at your side. If that really feels like it's needed, you can keep going. Otherwise, resting the arms at your side. And we're going to start with the number 10. And as we go from 10 to 1, imagine that you're stepping down. But there's also an opening and closing of the eyes that I'll invite you to do, which will help to deepen you. So starting with this number 10, just open your eyes and find a place across the room, not directly in front of you, off to the side slightly, a spot or a corner or crevice, and then just look at it for the number 10, and then closing your eyes. And as you close, you step down. And that number 10 just dissolves and melts away. Eyes are closed and open. Look at that spot again for 9. See the number 9 and then close the eyes. That 9 stays in the mind as you step down. And that number 9 dissolves and melts away. And then 8, eyes open. See the number, close and soften. Softening and deepening, that number 8 disappears. And then 7, eyes open and close. And the number 7 gently dissolves or slips away as you step down. Number 6, eyes open. See that spot, close the eyes, and then deepening, deepening, and that number 6 just slides out of your consciousness. Softening and deepening, moving to your interior realms. Number 5, eyes open and close. Stepping down, and that number 5 dissolves or melts away. Deepening and deepening. 4, open and close. Eyes getting heavier and heavier each time you open. That number 4 slides or floats away, floating and releasing. Number 3, eyes open and close. Softening and deepening, just allowing. However, you're allowed to let yourself drop deeper and deeper. Doing that now. Number 3 disappears. Stepping to 2, eyes open and close. Number 2 melts. Melting away as you reach that second step. Finally, the number 1, eyes open. Number 1 and close. Closed and deepen. Number 1, releasing and dropping down. And allowing yourself again to take a full breath to the belly. You may even want to put your hand on your belly and breathe into that. And just sensing on your exhale, this letting go, this softening and deepening. Deeper and deeper you go, so effortlessly into your unconscious realms. Your subterranean realms, very rich in healing and rejuvenation. And allowing yourself with every breath as you deepen and deepen, you see or sense or feel yourself just below your feet as you've stepped all the way down. There's a special path here. And this path is your design. So however you experience it, and you may need to imagine it, and that's fine. Breathing in and feeling this path before you. And as you do, this path is just at your feet. Feeling and sensing into that place of safety and trust and relaxation. And then almost as if you're on a little elevator, you're going to move up moving up the thickness and strength of the legs, and you find yourself in whatever way you sense or see it, you see yourself above your navel but below your ribs. And there is a golden door here. You may see it, you may just know it's there. And this is the golden door of your Manipuri chakra. And you place your hands on the handle and allow yourself entry and move into this sacred internal temple of your solar plexus, of the light, of strength, of personal power. And allow the color that is here or the darkness that is here to just fully envelop you in a deep place of safety, comfort, and expansiveness. And just breathe into this sacred space right now, this solar plexus of the light. And this place also moves and is influenced by the vibrational sound of Ram. And so I'm going to say, I'll chant Ram a few times while you're in this space and place, and I'm going to play my singing bowl. And as I do, I invite you to either join me aloud so that you can feel that vibration, or just in your mind's eye. You'll enjoy and invite the Ram to come in to this whole space and just ripple through you, offering the medicine of this vibration. So just in this place of deepness, bringing forth your intention of healing. And see that intention, smell it, wear it, put it on, have it sit next to you, bring the intention in. And as the Ram fills the room, the intention swirls all around you. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jnana. I was trying to type in the chat and then it erased. We're going to be doing, Jnana and I are going to be doing a special chakra workshop on August 1st, which is a Celtic holiday in between the equinox and the solstice. And I can't pronounce it, but you can look it up. It's like Lug something. It starts with L-U-G. So stay tuned for that information. I really appreciated that you focused on the Manipura Center. So I wanted to read something from the book. Since this is a book release party, I'm going to read just a paragraph about the Manipura Chakra, because you inspired me, and I didn't hear this, but one thing I love about the word Manipura, you'll hear in this passage. So this is chapter 6, belly chakra. The belly chakra, located along the spine at the solar plexus, which we just gave a nice healing to, is called the Manipura chakra, meaning city of jewels. So this is not in the book, but I just wanted to say, when I stepped into that room, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the city of jewels. This is our power. This is our magnificent power, not from ego, but from purely who we are. So that's why the belly center is so powerful. We can get stuck in bragging and boasting and ego, but we also, we want to have that power. Power is important. It's important for us to find our own true power. So I'll just read a little more. Associated with the element of fire, the belly chakra is our divine power plant or energy center. That's the physical. Fire fuels the will and tenacity needed to achieve our worldly goals. In Chinese medicine, the belly is signified by a written character that means between heaven and earth. This character signifies the duality of the Manipura power center and the belly center's archetypical lesson of inciting the seeker to look beyond the outer power towards the inner power. The belly chakra kindles our desires to achieve, sparking the outer drive of the ego personality. Yet in order to attain true power, we must also be able to simultaneously squelch the conflagration of the ego personality. Thank you very much for letting me read that. I'm going to bring everybody that's here, I think everyone's still here, onto the stage for a final shout out. And thank you all so much for coming. Thank you to all of our listeners. And maybe we'll just go around the room if you have any final words. And actually, before we do that, I see 10 people, 9 people that are watching live. Let us know if you bought the book or are planning to buy the book. Type in the chat. I got my copy of Chakra Tonics. Type in the chat. We can't type in the chat because we're somehow, unless you're on Facebook. Type in the chat if you're on Facebook or YouTube that you got the book or you're going to get it. It's available on Kindle. It's available in paperback. You want to get the new version. And I have the links. I'm going to copy the links in the chat. Thank you so much for all being here. Any final words? And Samara, we didn't have you. She didn't present, but she's a longtime student and an amazing musician. Any final words, Samara? You've known me for a long time.
Yeah, I loved being your tonic guinea pig. She reached out to me and was like, hey, I want to try some recipes on you. And I was very happy to try them. I was like, yeah, throw whatever you want towards my way. I'll try it, you know. And they were really delicious. I really enjoyed them. I was doing like a science experiment, kind of sitting there like, okay, maybe less of this and more of this. But it was so delicious and it felt really good drinking it. You know, it was like perfect timing that she reached out to me because I was like, I need a cleanse really bad. So I was really appreciative. And yeah, I look forward to trying more of the tonics. I know you're sending me a book, so I'm really excited to just try some of your teas. And yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for reaching out to me to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. And Kim, any final comments?
No, I just can't wait to buy your book and check out the recipes because like that cover just looks so freaking delicious. I was like, ooh, I want that. So thank you for having me. I just loved everybody's session today. It was such a wonderful book launch, relaunch. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And Dr. Nair, I also put your website in the chat so everybody can find out how to live to be 100 years old. Any comments?
I agree with Samara. The recipes are amazing. And Samara, I am ahead of you. I practically did almost half of it. And by the way, to the audience in general, Elise recipes are not at all expensive. And you can make a very homemade one. And it is good for all age group also, you know. Even my own grandchildren agreed like it so much, you know, and they are only 4 years old and, you know, teenagers, and they like it, you know. And I think somewhere or other we need to popularize this kind of a things, you know, more. like you are all making your presentation about, there are slowly evidence-based things coming up, but unfortunately, the media is not propagating. And what we can do with our own life, and we all need to be together in terms of propagating that thing. And thanks again to Elise for this beautiful work, and we need to get it publicized more. All the best.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I love about Murali Nair is he's actually very humble, but he's a professor at Columbia University, and he's teaching future students. He's taught so many students, and he, in academia, I was afraid. I went back to school a few years ago, and I was afraid because I was like, oh, I'm into all these things that are not accepted. The way I got into it, I mean, the way I felt like it's okay is because of Dr. Nair, because he was always like, here's the evidence. We're working on this. Some of the things we don't have evidence on, but I'm not waiting because I've worked on studies before and it takes a long time. So many things that we didn't know had benefits. Now we do have evidence. And if there's something, as long as it's not harmful, that makes you feel good and it's not going to harm you, I say just do it. Some people are waiting
Yes.
for the evidence. Personally, I'm going to do what feels good as long as
Yes.
it's not harmful.
And this kind of a thing, thousands of years in the traditional culture, they have been doing this thing, and we are always skeptical a little bit, and there is no money to be made. Elise, that's the problem, So people like you, you are really getting into the common persons, and I think we need to propagate more like Elise, I am with you on it. Thank you.
Yes, and and I was going to say in the ancient cultures they didn't have supplements. They used teas and they used tonics and elixirs. They brewed them up. People would sell them or share them with their neighbors. And I do this with children too. I love doing chakra tonics with kids. They love it. They really love it. So Asara, final words from you. I'd love to hear you.
Yeah, so I'm just excited too to get the book because I love the idea of the chakras and the tonics and the elixirs from the inside out and the outside in. So I'm just excited to try the tonics and the elixirs because that's right up my alley. And we know that in ancient traditions that's all been a part of it. So just great work, Elise, just great work. Ashe.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Let's just do a final wave shout out. Woo! You can unmute and say woo. Very good. Very good. I'm so honored that you all could come and participate. For those of you watching in the future, we're also honored. And thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Congrats, Elise.
Thank you.
Right.